Hi everyone, this is Mr. Will from Will's Study Way. So, I've just finished my day today. I spoke to some amazing people today for the first time. The interviews I thought went very well. And a lot of things have happened today that have kind of made me think this is a good idea to make a video. So I had a conversation with a teacher who wanted to know more about teaching. And I've just read his post, and he told the Facebook group that I'm a good person to talk to about teaching theory and this kind of thing. So yeah, he thinks that I'm a good teacher. So I guess, yes, I am a good teacher. I have a lot of experience. I've been teaching now in South Korea for 8 years. However, today, I learnt a brand new lesson. A brand new lesson that I have never, ever experienced before while teaching. So let me tell you the background, and I will tell you the story, and then I will tell you what happened and how I learnt my lesson. Okay, so this was my class, my first class of the day today. I had 3 students. They're all 10 years old. They've studied together for a year or more, so they know each other very well. 2 of them I would describe as probably best friends. The other one is a little bit higher levels. I'm not sure if they're friends. They seem friendly in the classroom, but I don't know if they hang out outside of the class. I teach a speaking, reading, and writing book. Their level is fairly low, I would say. They're on book 1. They finished phonics last year. I've been teaching them since before they even knew the alphabet. So what we did was we had a very good lesson. We practiced some grammar and some sentence structures, and I actually developed a brand new way of teaching the certain unit that I taught. It just popped into my head while I was teaching. I was just like, oh yeah, they need more practice with this grammar point. I'm going to get them to practice it without teaching the grammar point, which went very well. So the class went very well, especially the higher level student in the class. He was brilliant. By the end of the class, he knew how to make the sentence that I wanted him to. He knew how to ask a question about it. So I was very happy. So we had 10 minutes left, and usually on Fridays, I'm a little bit more relaxed, and I usually play game because I teach this class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and pretty much every day they come in and say, teach a game. And I decided to say to them, it's not Friday. On Friday, we will play game. And in that case, then they don't come to class on Monday and Wednesday expecting to play game. Yeah, so there's a secret tip for you there about how to keep kids from running around screaming, I want to play game, I want to play game, every class. Set a time or a date where you will play game or where you will have more fun with them. So yeah, today, Friday, they knew it was game. They came in and said, teach a game. And I was like, is it game class? Really? No, it's English class. So we've got to study English first. And yeah, they were happy. They studied really well. As I said, the lesson went really well. The last 10 minutes, it was game time. Again, I actually have a new game that I've created, similar to the game Parachute, if you know Parachute, where you basically sit a kid down and you have a hangman style word behind them. And they have to, basically, the kids describe the word or they guess letters. And they have to basically stop the person's parachute from breaking because they get 5 lines to guess the word. And then if they don't guess it, they're out, basically. So I do it a little bit differently. I do it kind of more hangman style where I actually draw on the board because I've had the kids sit on the chair before and they are too active. They can't sit still. So it's better to just have them sat in place and do the drawing on the board. But what I do differently, instead of doing normal hangman, I draw a very, and I do it on purpose, even though I can't draw, I draw a very, very bad, either a giant plant with their teeth or a shark with teeth coming out of the water. And then I draw a little island on the side. I actually took pictures of this because I thought I would probably share it with the group, so I will add it to this video so you can see the picture of it right here. Okay, so you can see the little island, you can see the shark. Terrible. Yeah, I can't draw. I apologize to all the kids I've ever taught for me not being able to draw. Although, again, another study tip for you, it's good to use your weaknesses to your advantage. So I sometimes entertain the kids and teach the kids by drawing badly, as I try to draw well, but it comes out badly, and it actually entertains them. Another story I can tell you, but I'm not going to tell you this video, about how my bad drawing actually motivated kids to learn vocabulary. But anyway, back to the story. Here's the picture again, just to remind you. We played this game. And what I usually do is, because I have written the kid's name, you can see in this picture, the kid's name is on the person, and I really make them excited. I'm like, oh, you're gonna get got by a shark, you're gonna get eaten, you've got to save yourself. And they have to guess the word, and the hangman word is always, it's always a word that we learned from the class. And sometimes I will have kids go, they try to pick bad letters on purpose so they can get the person eaten by a shark because it's funny. So what I did to solve this problem is I always say, if all the kids in the class survive, if they all make it to this island, then you will get a prize. So in this case, it was candy. I don't usually give candy to kids. It's only usually if they win a game or if they're extra good in class. We sometimes do a point system or sticker system at schools I've worked at in the past. However, for my classes in general at the place I work now, I try not to encourage the point system too much or the sticker system, because I want them to enjoy learning, I want them to want to learn, and I want them to be interested in learning. I don't want them just to learn to be the best or to get stickers. I want them to learn because they want to. So yeah, sometimes I do the point system. I will admit I do, usually for bad behaved kids, just to keep them in check. They know if they get so many bad strikes, they can get extra homework or something like that. So yeah, the kids all survived. And then after they'd all survived, they were like, teacher, will teacher. So I did myself, and yeah, of course, they guessed terrible letters for the word, and yeah, I got eaten by a shark. So they thought that was hilarious, and everyone was happy, everyone was having fun. And when it came to giving out the candy, I realized the candy had 3 flavors. So there was mango, blueberry, raspberry. And I realized there was only 1 blueberry. And my way of thinking, I'm sure other people thinking, you're probably thinking it while watching this video, oh dear. Because guess what? Blueberry is all the kids' favorite, because that's why there's only 1 left. So I basically, when the kids came over, I said, okay, basically gave them the candy, but I didn't give them the candy straight away. I got them to say, what do you say? And they were like, candy. And I was like, no, what do you say? They're like, 2 candy. I'm like, no. And I helped. And then they were like, okay, please, can I have candy? And then I gave them, because they said please, I gave them an extra candy. So they got 3 candies each. And the first kid, so there's 3 kids in a line. They line up. They're very Korean children, for the most part, are incredibly well behaved when it comes to respect to elders. So they were all lined up, waiting, hands out, 2 hands, because that's how you respect the elder when you take something, when you receive something, sorry. And yeah, the first kid said, teacher, I want blueberry, after I gave him the 3 candies. And I said, no, the blueberry candy's for me, and I put it in my pocket. Then the next kid came along, and yeah, he was happy with what he got. The next kid came along, he was happy with what he got. So then the other kid, the first kid who wanted the blueberry, asked me again, can I have the blueberry? Because I'd made the mistake. I took it out of my pocket and I put it back in the box before they'd left. Shouldn't have done that. And the kid basically asked again, and he used the polite language I taught him before. So, me being me, and me being nice, overly nice, too nice, I said to the other two children in the class, is it okay if I give him the blueberry? And to my surprise, I asked it as a joke because I thought they wouldn't care. They all said no. Then what happened? The kid who wanted the blueberry went and sat down. It was time to leave, but he went and sat down. And I was packing my things away, and then I heard another student say, teacher, student, I'm not saying his name, student, cry. And I'm like, what? Why is he cry? So I looked over and like he was tear in the eye, no sound, just like liquid tear in his eye. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, you can have the candy, it's fine. Like you can have the blueberry candy. Like I was only joking. Of course, like if you give me the candy back, you can have the blueberry candy. And he just like looked at me angrily and said like, no. And then something in Korean, which I presume means I don't want. And then he stood up and his friend went to kind of put his arm around him to like console him. And he basically like threw his arm away and then left the classroom. And yeah, I felt terrible about it. So as I said before, yes, I'm an experienced teacher. Yes, I have degrees. Yes, I have qualifications. Yes, I've taught so many different levels, but you always learn something new. You can never learn everything. And just like, it's all trial and error to learn to teach properly. You got to try new things, have the confidence to try new things. And when things go wrong, learn from your mistake. Like, so yeah, I know now that never to ask the children those kind of questions like, do you mind if I give him the candy? It should have been my decision. I was the adult. If I wanted to give him the candy, I should have given him the candy. So here's the lesson from all this long video. Here's the lesson that I wanted to get to you. Sometimes it's not good to be nice. Sometimes you need to be mean or just to make things work. If I'd kept the candy in my pocket and I'd said, oh, it's my candy, and I hadn't have even been nice and kind and said he could have it, none of this would have happened. So there's a new lesson for me. So don't be too nice in class. Okay, that's everything from me. I'm sorry this video is so long. I kind of went off on a few tangents. If you don't know what tangents are, that's what a tangent is. It's when you go on different topics or different ideas. We often do this when we are talking in English, especially when we're talking to friends. I do it when I'm teaching adults especially. I always tell stories and like talk about my experience, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what a tangent is in case you didn't know. So remember, will study way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'll see you all soon. And here's my picture again if you want to see it.